behold my festive hat, gander upon it and despair. Friday, Q&A, Fanmail, lovely. Whole bunch of package and a letter. I love getting letters. But first, the news. I'm not entirely sure I'm even going to have an end of the year build this year. It's been a rough year. I'm hoping to be able to take next week off from work, and if I'm able to, I will figure something out. But I make no promises. I do have a really cool blaster I need to get around to building. It's really more of assembling a kit than actual building, but that's the one I will probably try to do. Question mark. Stay tuned. Questions. Johnny Blaze. What is the speed of an unladen swallow between 31 and 40 miles per hour? A robot monkey. I don't understand all the auxiliary thingy going on right now. Could you please explain it on a noob level? So on a noob level, the crew is a private security company. We are a company of mercenaries. And we've done everything from actual private security work, like real steel armed guard stuff, protecting sites and whatnot. And we've also done a lot of non-real steel stuff. We've done mercenary work in medieval recreation, which is where we started. We've done reenactment military groups for like Ren fairs. We go in and we do their military for them. We have done guest lecturing for colleges in military history, where we went in and did an interactive demonstration. We took the class and taught them how either pike blocks fought or how phalanxes or Roman legions fought by actually making them do it. And that's all kind of under that same company, because it just made it easier to actually have a business that we were doing it all through. That entity still exists, the crew still exists, and occasionally we need additional troops, because the crew has always been very small. It's a very elite and select group of individuals. No, you cannot join. But we've occasionally needed extra troops, or occasionally people have just volunteered. So like one of the Ren fairs that we went to, there was one person who always came and volunteered to help us do our pike block stuff. That is an example of an auxiliary. They're not a full member, they're not a voting member, they're not part of the company or anything like that. But when we needed extra help, they would show up for that particular event. And there have been a lot of them throughout the years. Well, when I started doing Nerf stuff, I knew I was going to be traveling to these big events, End War and Ragnar Oktoberfest and various HVZ invitationals. And I knew that just being me, the way I want to go to these games and play, I want to have a semi-coherent squad to lead. I like doing that. I like leading troops in battle. In games, yes. I'm fully aware that I'm not actually military. I wanted to join the military. I was unfit because of my knees and my back. So yes, I play it being a soldier because I couldn't be one in real life. But when I go to these events, the most of the crew isn't going to be able to come with me. They don't have the funds for travel. They don't have the ability to take as much time off as I do. I'm very lucky in the fact that I'm able to travel to these. And so I need additional troops. If I want a squad of 20 to 30 people to lead at End War, I need volunteers. And that's what the auxiliary was intended to be, that pool of volunteers that I could draw from to have troops. And so that's what it's going to be again going forward. When it's confirmed that I'm going to be going to one of these events, I will call for volunteers from people who are going to be attending, who have experience, who have been to HVZs, who are are actual military veterans. They're the best to have in a squad. And I'll be putting together a squad of 20 to 30 people. Now, if more than that volunteer, we will find a use for you. We'll put together hunter squads or feral squads or whatever. But for the most part, I'm looking for that core of 20 to 30 veteran players that I can lead into battle. So that's what the auxiliary is. If you consider yourself someone who would be willing to answer that call, should it be made and should you be attending the event, then you can consider yourself auxiliary and feel free to wear the anti-glass on your gear. Or if you just really want to. It's not like I can stop you. But that's what that's about. Hopefully that explains it. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Follow-up question, or rather a completely separate question. With what will you be filling your super cool Titan thermos? I will be filling it with orange Fanta and possibly hot chocolate. Something cold and something warm. Yeah, it's fabulous. I love it. Right. Michael Nimrod. Did you watch episode 9 of Star Wars? Of course I did. I've been a Star Wars fan my entire life. I, like many, were underwhelmed. I mean, I liked it when I watched it the first time. Things exploded. There were battles, and they had lots of... They brought back characters, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. But looking at it in the larger context of, the 3 movies, and then, of course, the whole 9 movies, it could have been better. And I'm really curious to see what they're planning to do about that. Because I have theories of what they're trying to do with the Star Wars universe, with some of the movies. Are they how they're going to tie them into that? Are they just going to erase it? Are they going to try to fill the plot holes? Are they... Who knows? I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes, because there's a lot of things they could do. Some things would be good. Some things I don't think would be good. But we will see. We will see. Chicharo89. Have you read Michael Scott's The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel books? I swear I've been asked this before. But no, I have not. They sound interesting. Nathan Talesian has a series of questions. If you could bring one person from any point in the past to the modern day for the purpose of allowing them to see the impact their life made on the world, who would you choose? Alan Turing. What is a life lesson or piece of general advice you wish you had learned sooner than you did? Y'all need counseling. We all need counseling. We all have trauma that needs dealing with. Go see a counselor. It will do you good. Just do it. What is the last good joke you heard? Oh. No, I can't think of any I've heard recently. Right! Put your favorite joke down in the comments now. Keep them clean, or I will delete them, because there are children watching this channel. Keep your smut to yourselves. Or send it to me privately. Jedi Leader 01. Would Robert Downey Jr. be considered a historical figure? No! He's still alive! You have to be dead to be a historical figure. That's how it works. He's a notable person, but he's not a historical figure yet, because he's not part of history. He's still making it. Barasta. What fictional character would you like to fling foam with on your team, and what fictional character would you like to fling foam against? I would like to have Tony Stark on my team in the hopes that I will end up with some of his gizmos. And who would I like to fling foam against? Fictional character. Gandalf. Because it would be hilarious. Travis G.A. What brand of root beer would you recommend outside of Sprecher? Well, any of them. Try them all. They're lovely. The ones that I've had that I don't like Teddy's, and I don't like Shasta. And anything caramel based or butterscotch based. That's too much flavor for me. But I'm a big fan of IBC. I'm a big fan of Thomas Kemper. I'm a big fan of Virgil's, Henry Weinhard's, A&W, Mug. The list goes on. Bedford's. The list goes on and on and on. I've lost count of how many I've had now. Probably 50 or 60 at least. Maybe more. I used to have just a collection of all the cans of root beer that I, one from each set. Now it's bottles because I'm an adult now and I've got a more sophisticated palate. Plus I have access to a root beer store. Amajiki 909. Have you acquired the Halo MA40 blaster? No. I'm neither a huge Halo fan nor a big fan of bullpups, so it never made my list. If one showed up, I wouldn't, throw it away. Do you prefer your gummies as worms or as bears? Worms, for reasons that are none of your business. Take that! Ha ha ha! Leonard Reed. With how much the 3D printing tech has advanced, do you think anyone has tried printing foam? Yes, people have printed foam. How well it would work for, say, making vintage ammo, I don't know if they could make it that precise. You might actually have a better chance milling foam. Like, using it as a CNC machine, a reverse 3D printing, as it were, or casting would probably be much better. I doubt you would be able to print a dart. I don't think the technology that currently exists would be able to like print an old Mega Dart or something. That would be neat, though. There may be a way. I just know that it has been done. I don't know how precise it is or what kinds of foams they can print, whether it would be soft enough or what. But I would love to be able to print, say, Titan rocket bodies and then put my own fins and heads on. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. Vincent Widdershoven. Widdershoven or Widdershoven? I think Widdershoven. I'm gonna go with Widderhoven. Your name is now Widdershoven. I hope it was before. If you could make your fan base, crew, and former auxiliary do 3 things in the world, what would you want them to do worldwide? Be a better person? Help make the world a better place? And donate $1 a month to my Patreon. I've got stuff I want to do that all requires money. T-Bug20. What time is it? The time that I am filming this, it is 5:56 in the afternoon. Pacific Standard Time. Train? A Pacific Standard train. Alexander McPherson has a series of questions. What is the next planned expansion/upgrade to the makerspace, and the next upgrade/expansion to the range/arena? Well, I don't actually have any major plans for the makerspace other than getting the vintage blasters that I've acquired recently up onto the walls because I am very behind, and then doing another collection update. I am so close to having that collection complete. To the range, I want to add towers and bunkers, and I want to start working on the battlefield, which means I need a lot more cover. And possibly some very small, they make an 8x8 shipping container, an 8x8x8 shipping container, and I want 2 of those to be the basis of a pair of forts. See above about needing money. For 500 or 150 FPS and under Public Park Wars, what are your preferred loadout options? All of them. All the options in all of the land. I actually am planning to build a fairly dedicated war loadout, standard war loadout, in the near future. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but you have seen at least one of the blasters that will be going in. Actually, 2 of the blasters that will go into that loadout. I like the variety. I like to run something different in every single round, generally, because I'm not in it to win, so I don't really go for an optimized loadout. I go for fun loadouts, and ones that fit the scenario, or ones that are just going to be silly and interesting. Finally, is your definition of a shotgun blaster anything that shoots multiple shots per trigger pull, or a blaster capable of firing multiple types of ammo? Both. Both of those qualify as shotguns, in my opinion. So, one of the nice things about shotguns is you can fire slug, you can fire buckshot, birdshot, various types of ammunition out of the same weapon. Things like the Spring Thunder can obviously easily do, because you've got different shells that can take different types of ammunition, exactly how a standard shotgun works. A lot of times when people say shotgun, yeah, they mean something that fires multiple darts at the same time on a single trigger pull. Because firing multiple darts with a single trigger pull, that also describes full auto, and nobody would refer to a full auto blaster as a shotgun. But things like the sledge fire or the shell strike, things like that, where it takes a shell, has multiple darts, and they all fire at once. That's also a perfectly functional definition of a shotgun, even if that blaster can't fire anything but that kind. Both of those terms are used, so I think they're both perfectly acceptable definitions. Chris McClure, do you have a favorite sea shanty? I do! See if I can get through this. known it for as long as I can remember. Finally learned to play it on the penny whistle in Ireland, I believe. Windbreaker Gaming. What are your thoughts on the practicality of dual stage flywheel triggers? In general, I prefer to have a rev trigger. Just, I like the added control, the knowing that it is fully revving. I don't like the ones where you have to partially pull and hold it there while it revs and then fire, and sometimes you let it off all the way, and I've never preferred those. I know with the really small designs, you know, things like the Pigeon or the Viper or the Concept Pistol, there just isn't enough room for two switches, and so they build them to have a single switch, and they've gotten a lot better at having the dual stage where a really light trigger pull will rev, and then there's a significant additional pull before you actually fire, and so you can hold it at rev easily without misfiring. It works. And it requires less hardware. Now, something like the FDL or the more advanced ones that use like brushless motors that can spin up so fast that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fast you pull the trigger; the wheels can spin up faster. Those are a lot more practical. Sud Jack, if you were talked to by a French fan in French, would you prefer to be vous voyez or tutoyer? It would be entirely up to them, honestly. For those who don't know, the difference between tu and vous when talking to a single person is vous is considered more formal, whereas tu is the informal. And again, yeah, it would be up to them. It's kind of like how I don't expect anyone to call me sir or captain or salute me or anything like that, because I know that my titles are make-believe. But the people who tend to call me captain or sir do so as a sign of respect or of appreciation for whatever reason. And the same would apply for something like this. If they want to be formal to show extra respect, then they're welcome to call me vous. If they consider me a friend or just want to treat me like a person, they're welcome to call me tu. Does not matter to me. Dartmaster! How many old Mega Darts do you have? I haven't the foggiest idea. Quite a few. I've got a bin full of them somewhere that I've been sent. I also, many of the blasters on my wall now have ammo in them because I ended up with so much extra. It just looks nice to have the ammo in the blasters. So I've never counted. I don't keep track. Doing with Dave. Favorite ammo type for casual games? Full-length darts. There's more of it, and it's easy. There are so many blasters that it fits in, and if I'm just being silly and casual, I can throw it in my hammer shots and plink away and all of that. After that, rival again, pretty much the same answer. There's just so many blasters that it works in, and it works. And so many of the stock blasters that take it are perfectly functional. Things like the Hera or the Artemis, they work great out of the box. So yeah. And finally, Mac Walsh. Have you heard of or read the Artemis Fowl books? I have heard of them. I have never read them. Aha! A direct hit! Right, well, if you would like to have a question answered, put it in the comments of this video, and if it's one of the first 20 ones that I like, then I'll answer it next time. But for now, loot! Right, we have loot from all over the world here today. We got stuff from Australia, stuff from Canada, all sorts of cool stuff. We will start with the letter from Caleb Green. There's a thing! Ooh! A Pokemon card. I wonder if there's an explanation. Okay, that's fabulous. Hello, my captain. I feel like the Pokemon TCG would be a great pastime and maybe even an official cruel sport, much like Crew Ball. I have sent you a rare card from my collection to give you a head start. I hope the gift is appreciated. The Cable Guy. That's extremely appreciated. I have no idea what this is or anything about it. I love the art. We have Xavier, Walcom, Jose, and Sergeant Deplorable Lance. That is fantastic. There are at least, I think, some of the crew. I know Jose plays Pokemon, or at least I don't think he plays Pokemon. I think he just collects Pokemon. I will have to ask him about this card and see what he has to say about it. I don't see us adopting it as an official sport, but you never know. We're more into dice games and violent card games like Egyptian Rat Screw. But I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I have received a suspicious, dubious, tube-shaped package from Australia. And I am all kinds of curious, so we're going to go with it. What do we have? We have packing material. Meh. Meh. A note. A thing. Note. Here we go. From Andy Burke, land of pelting sun and scorching rain, venomous snakes, diabolical spiders, and swimming razor-sharp dentures, bottom of the world next to the wet land full of sheep and earthquakes, Oz. No, not that one. To Captain Xavier of moist greenness, of rainland, the mystic train caller, the plague conqueror in what still may yet be America, near an ocean less full of plastic. You see clean. Good day, Captain X. I present you with paper that has letter done in ink, sorted into words like things that attempt to present concepts, ideas, and plans you might choose to look at with your eyes. How are you? Confused is how I am now. Just like a hole in the ground with water at the bottom, I hope. Well, yes, well, deep subject, but easily covered. As talked on the magic electronic hand TV enclosed in a new plastic grip for your double-up pistol. Sweet! Judging by the photo you sent, it looks as if the spring tension that was present even when the blaster wasn't cocked exerted pressure on the layer and forced them apart. Perhaps it was so exposed to heat as well. Yeah, it was warm. Hope the new parts arrived in one piece, which is the idea. I did increase the girth of the pistol grip, as pointed out in your unboxing of the original double-up. However, my ruler wasn't calibrated for the imperial scotch measurement, and had to use the more modern metric tadish increment. I am not familiar with that. Train! I have summoned it! He has spoken! It is also damp here. He was not wrong. Tadish. I am familiar with, a tad, but never tadish. The things you learn. I hope it feels more comfortable. I also took the opportunity to adjust the angle of the spring bed and strengthen the neck of the grip, and as such you will find the installation a bit tighter. I am sorry to say that I couldn't get any brand of orangey paint as the original, but hope the black wash helps to blend in with the body of the blaster. Please don't hesitate to contact me if there is a problem with the part. Andy Verk, your far away, slightly deranged friend, Andy Verk. Well, that is awesome. I want to take a look. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That looks lovely. That looks fantabulous. I shall have to get this installed, and I will do a video on it. It will be fantastic. Most excellent. Thank you ever so much. Very decent of you. Dubious tube. That's what that was. A dubious tube. Right. Package aplenty. Where to start? I shall start here. Sounds like happiness. Ooh. It is happiness. It is Jedi Starfighter. Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Most excellent. I believe this is a Sparky Santos number. Is there any evidence? Doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure. I recall a message from him, and that is fantastic. I don't think I've built this one on my channel. I want to say that I have either this one or a similar one. They've come out with a bunch. I don't think I had this one, though. I think I had a different one. Maybe I have Obi-Wan's. I don't know. I'm gonna build it one way or the other. So, thank you. Very, very cool. What next? That one is heavy. John Anderson. Dubious. Note inside. I have been warned. Happiness. Good Lord. Where's the note? I was told there was a note. Where's the note? Aha! Give me that! Note. Dear Captain, I hope you're doing well this holiday season. Hopefully this package arrives in time for Christmas. In the package, one Christmas book that is not a Christmas book, just as the movie is a Christmas movie, but not to some people. 2, some base plates for your ships. Snacks to munch on while building Lego and blasters. Take care. I look forward to see on the field of Nerf battles if Endor would just announce a date and location. Right? Sincerely, Phoenix 693. Well, we have some fabulous blue base plates, which I can never have enough of those. That is excellent. And they are official Lego, the best. We have Die Hard, the book. That is fantastic. 'Twas the night before Christmas, up in the tower, everyone was partying except one wallflower. John McClane missed his wife. Things weren't going the same since Holly had moved west and changed her last name. That is amazing. I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be fun. I might have to do a special reading of that at some point. On Millennium Falcon, a tiny one. Isn't it adorable? It is the most adorable ever. We'll put it with the other Lego. We have gummies. Haribo gummies. Most excellent. And hot chocolate melt-away Santas. Well, that sounds delicious. Now I need hot chocolate. Oh, this is the hot chocolate. You just pour into milk. That is amazing. Russell Stover's hot chocolate melt-away Santas. Well, I shall be having that soon. And darts as packing material. Always appreciated. Very good. Very good. This looks like Brett Blue Rival. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Thank you ever so much. More Lego. Ha ha ha. And goodies. Right. Who next? I'm gonna go with the long one. Because it's suspicious. I am suspicious of it. It is dubiousness of the highest order. For sure. No, are these notes? No. These are stickers. Oh, wait. There's a note. Aha! Hey, thanks for the review. This is the Miscreant, my newest design. A bullpup Springer Vanguard pusher. It comes stock with K25, but will take up to K14. Good Lord. And can be adjusted with the included sleeve to hold a K26 easily. Spring swap is as easy as the 2 thumb screws and 1 pump pin. The K25 should be able to hit 260 FPS. I also included the optional Scar barrel for increased accuracy. My blasters are built to last. You can check out my stress testing on my YouTube channel. Aha! Manzan Designs. Link in the description. The blaster can be purchased as a finished build with the build it yourself and kits coming soon on my Etsy. Links possibly below if they're there. I'm also working on a website, Manzan Designs, where I will be selling them and all my blasters as well. I also include those scamp replacement parts. Feel free to ask for help if you need it. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoy The Miscreant. Jordan. Well, that is simply fantastic. What are we? A blaster. I think these hopefully are the Miscreant parts. set them aside so I don't get lost. Yep. 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 Yep, yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Excellent, excellent. Have to figure out how that gets installed now. Alright. One miscreant. Oh, would you... Oh, there's parts falling off. What? Oh, that's the sleeve. That's the K26 sleeve. Okay. Where does this go? What? What am do? Oh, would you look at that? Yup, 245. 255. That is lovely. Other than a little bit of cosmetic damage from travel, which would be easy to fix, and a mystery part that I need to identify. That is glorious. And yeah, there's a pin right here that takes that off, and then a pair of thumb screws, and you can then easily swap your spring. So that is pretty cool. I mentioned in the Q&A I've never been a huge fan of bullpups, but that is, I mean, that is just an obscenely long barrel in a really small, short blaster, which is the whole beauty of bullpups, obviously. This might change my opinion on bullpups. Just one good example was all I needed. That is really cool, and it's in my colors. I have to talk to him about this. If I can just get the files, I can probably just print a new one of those myself, because that would be easy enough. I just need to know exactly which filament he used so I can match it. Pretty snazzy. Look, stay tuned for a video on that. As soon as I reassemble my Scamp, I'll do a video on them together. We'll do a demonstration of his work, and it will be lovely. All right. Bits and pieces. Okay, put you in there so you don't get lost. Most excellent. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Ooh, it's heavy. This is the top. It's a note. It's books. No. Wait. I cannot figure out how to operate. Aha! Planetary Defense. Greetings, Captain. Thank you for all the amazing YouTube content. USPS medium rate is a wonderful thing. It allowed me to send these books without taking out a second mortgage on my house. I hope at least some of them you will find interesting enough to add to your growing library. If not, please recycle them. If you don't have time for that, maybe you can burn them to keep warm. Perish the thought. Please give my regards to Swamp Cat and Tactical Bear. Long live and prosper. Stunt Matt. Happy Festivus. When I see Swamp Cat again, I shall let them know you said hello. All right. History's Greatest Deceptions and the People Who Planned Them. Illustrated edition. Oh, that sounds fantastic. A whole book of hoodwinkings. Yes. At Greenland, turn left. Finland map. Yes, that is awesome. What do I have here? The best American comics. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Fantastic. Very, very cool. Will Eisner, PS Magazine, the best of preventative maintenance monthly. Oh, I see. It's another comic book. That is pretty amazing. I do love good comic books. What do we have? The Peshawar Lancers. Mid-1870s, a violent spray of comets hits Earth, decimates cities, erasing shorelines and changing the world's climate forever. Just as Earth's temperature dropped, so has civilization frozen in time. Instead of advancing technologically, humanity had to piece itself back together. In the 21st century, boats still run on steam. Messages arrive by telegraph, and the British Empire, with its capital now in Delhi, controls much of the world. The other major world leader is the Tsar of all the Russias. Everyone predicts an eventual deadly showdown, but no one can predict the role of one man, Captain Athelstan King, reluctant spy and hero, will play. Well, that sounds awesome. That is fabulous. Aha! Spawn of Mars! And other stories. More comics! I love a good graphic novel. That looks super interesting. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. What do we got? The Forever War. This one sounds familiar. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, that's creepy. Pride and Prejudice with zombies. Didn't they make this into a movie recently? Apparently they made a movie based on this graphic novel, I can only assume. Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. Ooh, big book. The Civil War. And it's an illustrated history of the Civil War. Well, I have always been a Civil War enthusiast. That, the young Napoleon. I'm sure. Downside of comparing anyone to Napoleon. Napoleon eventually lost. Keep that in mind. Very cool. Very, very cool. That is most excellent. Yes, yes, yes. I am a huge history buff. And finally, I have a P. Cooper 1636 Seas of Fortune. A cosmic catastrophe, the Ring of Fire, strands the West Virginia town of Grantsville back in a time of the middle of the 1300s. The repercussions of the event are transforming Europe. The impact is now being felt across two great oceans, the Atlantic and Pacific, as told in two exciting novels, Stretching Out and Rising Sun. Well, that just also sounds fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Super cool. All of those are going into my collection, sir. All of them, I tell you. That is amazing. The library is coming together beautifully thanks to, one, Goodwill having ridiculous numbers of really cool books, and all of you wonderful people sending me the really good books, because that's just amazing. That is awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Oh. Right. I have here a large package. A dubious package. To Captain Xavier from Gyrosoft. He's got a note where to cut. This one comes to me from Canada, I believe. I had to sign for this one. I didn't have to sign for the one from Australia. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Right. It's a thing. Oh, ho! Good Lord. Read me! Note. Yes. Note. Hope this message finds you well. I believe this upgraded Nemesis Hopper may suit your zombie slaying needs. Please enjoy using them. The X-Strike Nemesis Hopper is a special one-off, so I included a normal red hopper to show you what would normally be available to viewers. I would have included a blue hopper as well, but the robot serfs have failed me one too many times, unfortunately, so ran out of blue filament, those blasted printers. With that, I bid you farewell. Signed, Gyrosoft. Apparently, I have been sent two. Not one, but two upgraded Nemesis hoppers. Look at that. Well, now I'm going to have to finish modifying a Nemesis. And possibly two. I know I have a red one. That is neat. It locks into the original thing. Feeds into the original thing. Door on the top. Very cool. What? Bonus Nemesis holder. A stand for your Nemesis. That's pretty cool. Dunk. Well, that's just awesome. That'll make taking the picture for it. Crap. Behave yourself. Hobbies! Happiness! Lego, a creator. I don't have this one, so that is awesome. There were some good parts in there. Oh, look at all those parts. More below. Aha! The X-Strike one. Oh, sir. Ugh. This, I love having a logo that's easy to print. That, ooh, yes. Now I definitely need to get a Nemesis painted up in my colors, just so I can put this on it. That is pretty darn schwanky. Is there more? Is that it? There may be more. I'm gonna keep digging. Right. When I finally get around to actually modifying a Nemesis, I will do a video explaining this. But for now, you could probably search the internet for Gyrosoft and find them. I'll put a link if there's a link. All right, I think that's it. All right, we'll put you, and you, and you back in there. And desperately try not to forget about you. Right, that is amazing, Sir Gyrosoft. We have one final package from the ever inestimable Daniel Dillman. Dubious, and the dubiousnesses. Am I opening the right end? No way to know. Just no way to know. We'll just dump it all out and find the note. Is there a note? There's no note! Sir! How very dare you, sir? No note indeed. Well, we have one Star Wars blaster that I don't think I had this one yet. Maybe I did. Whammy! Wham! Ew! We got the Rebel corner shot thing. Is that just dart? They've got dart storage down there. I didn't know that. Yeah, got the mirror and you can see around the corners. You can see a warbly image around the corner anyway. 4AR. Very comfy, fancy. They're just neat. No! The other way! Ha! There we go. Alright, so those are cool. And then we've got mint. Gummies. Gum! I don't actually do a lot of gum chewing, but I know people who do, and now I have gum to put in. Oh, see, this is the good stuff. The unwrapped mini York peppermint patties. Oh, and some Albanese, because my big bag just ran out. Most excellent. More mint. Most excellent. As always, you have spoiled me. So much good stuff here. Great Lego, great blasters, great books, great snacks, great upgrade parts. I'm wonderfully spoiled by you all. I appreciate you all immensely. Thank you for watching.